So Kevin Kiley miraculously came up with this piece of legislation because he realized that his district was in question.
I know that you recently introduced a bill to limit redistricting to the beginning of each decade. I know you said that Newsom is subverting the will of voters and trying to wipe out essentially what remains of the California Republican Party. There's only 9 of you guys. Can you tell me more about that bill?
Yeah, of course. So my concern is first and foremost for what's going on in California, and Gavin Newsom is a unique threat to democracy. He is trying to overturn the will of voters who put in place an independent citizens redistricting commission. He's come up with a scheme to sideline that commission and to seize its powers for himself in order to draw a hyper-partisan map that, as you said, will reduce Republicans to holding 9 out of 52 seats. That's what we have right now, not that many, but that's too many for him. So he's going to reduce that to 3 or 4 out of 52. So we have something like 5% of the seats in the House, even though we get over 40% of the vote in statewide elections. So I've introduced this bill saying this cannot be done. We need to stop Newsom's scheme in its tracks. And that'll also stop this brewing redistricting war from breaking out across the country, which I don't think is going to be a good thing.
That's about as self-interested as you can be. My colleagues will confirm this. We had our weekly call with our Democratic caucus, and every single one of them was grateful that California was stepping up and fighting fire with fire. They said, can you lean in anymore? Because we need a playbook for how we can fight in our states. The governor is correct. Florida is now in play. Indiana is in play. Missouri is in play. Ohio is in play. And not only are they working to gerrymander the maps to give Republicans more seats, but they are also doing it to silence Latino representatives and to get rid of African American representatives. So it is not only a classist playbook, but it is a race-based playbook, because they know who the folks are who show up and who are voting to keep Planned Parenthood, to keep health care, to make sure that costs are down, to make sure that we have jobs, to make sure that we have manufacturing. So yes, Republicans are now crying foul, but they were not crying foul when they voted for the big ugly bill. They were not crying foul when they voted to defund Medicaid, when they voted to get rid of Social Security, when they have supported every single thing and have been complicit with every single unlawful, illegal, unconstitutional thing that this president has been doing. And they have been silent. So don't give me your crocodile tears when all of a sudden you want to come up with a piece of legislation that says slow your roll. How about passing the John Lewis Voting Rights Act? How about calling out Governor Abbott? How about calling out what this president is doing? If you are so excited about what you've been doing in the past 7 months, then run on that record. But please do not come for California, and do not come for the voters, because the voters should have the right to vote for who they want to, not to be given, shoved down their throats, some janky maps designed to keep this president in power. So, folks are united. Folks are asking California to lean in and do more. And we're saying we are giving you all that we've got. And we are standing with our governor. And we are asking other states to step in and find a way to do it as well, because this is not just about California. This is about this entire country.